the day. I'm teaching yoga today for the first time. I have butterflies in my stomach. Let's see how it goes. Today I taught my first yoga class ever, and I actually taught 2 classes, so I taught my first and my second yoga class ever. Yeah. I have so many emotions. So I teach painting classes too. In the beginning of my teaching process, when I started teaching paint classes, I left paint class so emotionally drained. Basically giving your energy to other people and then absorbing the energy of other people. Teaching a yoga class is much different than attending a yoga class. It took a lot of mental energy and emotional energy. Yeah, I guess I'm just noticing how I feel. I need to practice what I preach and listen to my body that says, okay, Kylie, you need to return back to yourself, release any energy that you took on from other people. So I need to regather my power. Something that I realized today is that I taught a first class and I felt a little bit scattered. I think people still enjoyed it. It was a good experience, but I created a sequence. So if you're about to teach yoga, or you're just starting to teach yoga, or maybe you're a great experienced yoga teacher, you can relate to this. But I basically created a yoga sequence, and it had to fit into an hour time slot, and I really didn't know how much time my yoga sequence was actually going to take. So I started to do it in the class, and then I realized as I looked down at the clock, I'm like, there's no way I can fit all this in. So I guess it's better that I made it longer. So all I had to do was cut some parts out instead of having to come up with something on the spot. The first session of class, I was like, whoa, my sequence is way too long and I gotta cut half of it out. That kind of threw me off a little bit out of the flow. Maybe nobody noticed, or the energy was just a little bit more scattered in the first class. And then the second class, knowing that going in, I was like, okay, my sequence is too long. I'm gonna cut this and this out, and I need to just condense it. So I was a little more prepared. The ability to adjust so quickly, that was really fascinating to me, and I was really grateful for that. I was like, okay, I just taught one class, literally no time in between. The people from the first class left while the people for the second class were coming in. So I didn't have time to regroup or write anything down, nothing. I just did one class and then went right into the other. And for the second one, I felt leaps and bounds better at teaching a yoga class already after just doing one. So I'm excited to continue to teach, because I think, like anything else, the more you do it, the better you get at it. And so I'm excited to feel my skill improve, and just to watch not me as a human being personally, but the human brain and the adaptation that we are capable of when we learn new skills. It's just really, really cool. Yeah, I'm super grateful for everybody who came to my yoga class today. A lot of the women that came today tried yoga for the first time. If that was you, I'm so glad you stepped out of your comfort zone. As I was also stepping out of my comfort zone, it was just in a different way. Whether you are on the verge of signing up for a training of some kind, or auditioning for something, or making a move, or quitting your job to open your own business, or whatever it is, learning a new skill, do it, because that's when you really feel the most alive, because you're growing and you're becoming the next best version of yourself. You are literally transforming into a new person. And I felt that so much today, because leading up to today, I just released a podcast episode about this. So if you want to go check it out, I'll link it I'll link it. It is an episode about me teaching yoga. So it's kind of telling you how I felt. I don't know if nervous is the right word, but I had an excited, uncertain energy that was in my gut, like butterflies in the stomach. And it was kind of that open loop that your brain wants to close so badly, of what's going to happen? What's it going to be like? Will my sequence work? What music is going to play? Who's going to show up? Are they going to like it? Am I going to be a good teacher? All these things, your brain just is searching for that connection, that closed, that answer, the solution, that whatever. It wants to close the loop. And so the last few days I've just been kind of like, not in a negative way, but just kind of like uneasy. And so today I feel better because the loop is closed. I had the experience and now I know what it was like, and I can do it many more times and just keep getting better at it. So you can too. If you're wanting to be a yoga instructor or anything else, know that the hardest part is starting. Truly, it really is. Just I've in the back of my mind, I've wanted to do this for a couple of years. And then last year I started coaching women, and then I had them one-on-one come into a gym that little gym space we were renting at the time. And I taught them one-on-one yoga poses. And I thought to myself, I don't know if I could teach yoga because that sounds really scary. So I just kind of like ignored it, and clearly I wasn't ready. You'll never be ready, but the universe wasn't ready to present me with that opportunity. And then this year, I went into this year with an intention, and I was like, I want to be a yoga instructor. That doesn't mean I wasn't scared. That doesn't mean I wasn't uncertain, and I had no idea when, where, or how I was going to do it. But I took a yoga fit training, and that gave me the confidence to kind of say, okay, I'm going to get started with this thing now. Here I am. I got started. My journey has begun. If you're a part of it in person, thank you so much. If you're just watching because you want to learn more about yoga or me or stepping out of your comfort zone, awesome. And keep an eye out for future YouTube yoga videos, because once I get more comfortable doing this and it gets nicer and sunnier outside, I plan to put some yoga videos on YouTube. All in all, my first experience teaching yoga was wonderful. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about the human brain and the human body. You get out of breath when you're moving and teaching. This doesn't happen in paint class. When you're moving and teaching, you get out of breath a lot quicker. Aside from that, when you stretch yourself, when you step outside your comfort zone, you will grow. Even if you fall flat on your face, even if you mess up, even if you're not good at what you're doing at first, you have to be willing to be bad at something when you first start. And if you're good at it naturally, awesome, great. But you're still going to be scared. You're never going to be ready. You just have to jump. And the cool part about life, and the maybe unfortunate part simultaneously, the bittersweet part about life, is that you don't get to just jump once. Our human spirit wants to continue to grow and evolve. I'm jumping now. I jumped today into teaching yoga, but a year from now, when I feel comfortable teaching yoga, there's going to be something else that comes knocking on my door that says, hey, I know you're not ready for this, Kylie, but it's time. I am super excited to see what the future holds and how I will evolve and grow to become a better version of myself. Come to my paint class in Rockford, come to yoga class in Rockford. If you're not in Rockford, keep checking out my YouTube videos and go to iTunes, YouTube, SoundCloud, or Google Play Music, and check out my podcast, Coming Clean with Kylie Lewis. And thanks for watching. Talk to you guys next time.